Good morning, Big Brother fans. It is Tuesday, July 13th. What day are we at? Let's see. Yeah, today's day 7. Day 7 in the Big Brother house. House guests are currently sleeping. Let's see. Yesterday morning is when I last did this. So what has happened? The house guests did indeed do their Power Veto meeting yesterday. It did go as I thought it would, as all of us thought, most of us thought it would at least. And Kevin X, I want to say Kevin DX, but Kevin X did save Kyland with the Power Veto, and Frenchie then put up Travis in his place. So it is Travis and Alyssa nominated, with the expectation currently, and I don't see it changing, that Travis will end up getting voted out. So, as some people are saying, that means that Frenchie's done. Is anybody going to go to Frenchie, work with Frenchie, talk to Frenchie? They still are, to a certain extent. Frenchie's not going to completely fade away, but his power is over. But the fallout from all of Frenchie's activities are still going on. But honestly, in the last 24-ish hours, there's not been a lot of major moves or anything. I think they're kind of like taking that deep, all right, we can relax a little bit now. The things are laid out. We just have to get to Thursday. Honestly, Travis, I don't know if Travis isn't worried or if Travis is just like, well, I'm screwed. I don't know which it is right now. But I think Alyssa feels fairly confident, and I'm just not sure about Travis. Or maybe Travis is, I'm just not sure, but he doesn't seem too terribly worried. He should be. Only a couple of actual tidbits-wise. The Jackpot Alliance was formed right around noon yesterday is when they talked about it. Now, that is Sarah and Claire and Tiffany. So there's been a couple of women alliances founded. There was also, Tiffany, Claire, Brittany, and Azah, I think. That's a 4-woman alliance, the Sirens. I think that's who it is. But before you go rushing off too far, Sarah, who the only alliance that I know that she's in right now is the Jackpots, has told Kyland about the existence of the Jackpots. So, yeah, Sarah, you're not the only one. There's a lot more alliances out there, and you just told your one alliance to someone who's in several. Kyland, though, on the other hand, also told Sarah about the existence of Slaughterhouse, which to me, if I were Sarah, I would be like, oh, heck, I'm in a 3-person alliance and you're in an 8-person alliance? Yeah, so maybe Sarah should be a little bit worried. We'll see how far that alliance word gets out of that alliance. Will Sarah tell anybody else, or will she keep it to herself? Remember, she's in alliance with Tiffany and Claire, and neither of them are in the Slaughterhouse either. So there's 3 of the 8 people in the house right now that aren't in the Slaughterhouse Alliance that now know about the existence of the Slaughterhouse Alliance. So, there's that number 11 again. And will Sarah tell? No, Sarah's not in an alliance with Brittany. So, And I wonder how Brittany would feel knowing about a Slaughterhouse Alliance that she isn't a part of, or Tiffany for that matter, because she's on team. So Derek and look at that, Derek and Frenchie are in the Slaughterhouse Alliance, and their teammates, Brittany, who Frenchie has used a lot for intel, and Tiffany, who is already kind of ticked off at no, Tiffany isn't in Tiffany. I'm sorry, Tiffany is not in the team. It's Azah that's in the team, and she's ticked off at Frenchie for not talking. But she isn't in any kind of an alliance with Sarah, so she wouldn't necessarily get wind of it. And Brittany, yeah, so I'm not sure. I don't know. But the fact that Sarah is telling the fact that Tiffany is telling Kyland about her alliance so easily. I don't know. I've seen Sarah talking. I've seen Kyland kind of be buddy-buddy with a couple of the women, to where I've kind of thought, is there a potential showmance here? I wonder. Yeah. Interesting. Things are falling apart. So, for some of the alliances, and the other thing was that Kyland and Kevin were talking. They were the last two up this morning, and they were talking about not Kevin. Man, guys, it's a good morning. Be happy when we're down to less than 16 house guests. Kevin, there is no Kevin. Why am I saying Kevin? There's a Kyland, and there's a Derek. So there's no Kevin. Derek X and Kyland were talking late last night or early this morning, however you want to look at it, and they seem to not have a ton of faith in their alliance. I think specifically the Butcher / Slaughterhouse. So that's not surprising. I mean, they're still, they may be trying to feel each other out to make sure that they're both good with each other, and kind of letting each other know that, look, we're in this alliance together. I'm not super crazy about it, but I got your back. So that is the status, guys. And we're only, 7 minutes in? Yeah, not a whole lot went on. Lots of social stuff went on, but I'm not as worried about the social stuff. One of the other things I saw this morning getting up is that Xavier, and there's been thoughts, and I was one of those thinking that maybe Xavier and Alyssa might be a showmance. And I think Xavier definitely was kind of interested in Alyssa, but Alyssa didn't seem to be reciprocating at least a little bit of that. There was some talk last night. Xavier said he's being gassed a lot about in the diary room about who his showmance would be, and we know that he got, that was on the first or the second episode, talking about all the different women in the house. But Alyssa said that I think it was Christian, and I don't remember who else was her type, not Xavier. Now it's Alyssa saying it to Xavier, so I don't know. Is Alyssa friend zoning Xavier? I'm not sure, and I don't particularly care. It's not that big of a deal. I'm not living for the showmances. There's other TV shows that can have that, in my opinion. So, whatever. We're just day 7. Let's not worry about that too much. So, it is Tuesday. The biggest thing on today's agenda that I can think of would be probably COVID testing. That's got to happen, because it happens on Tuesdays. At least that's what we heard last week after they did their first test. They said it would be happening Tuesday. I think they said Tuesday evenings. So that'll be later in the day. They also, I tweeted out a couple of swimsuit pictures. I hadn't seen them put out there. I happened to go to CBS's press site, and it's like, oh look, there's group swimsuit pictures, all the men and all the women together. Now, they did a lot more than that, but those are the only two that CBS had posted so far. So I shared them. I didn't even notice that apparently some of the people's feet were dirty. Okay, I don't look for those kind of things. So it always cracks me up when people comment on feet, because I just don't look at people's feet. Not that, feet are an interesting thing. For some people really like feet. Some people really hate feet. I really don't give a care one way or the other about feet, so I'm usually not looking at them. But I did see several comments from several different people about their feet. A couple of people's house guests' feet were dirty, like the bottom of their feet. And I've heard that before in past seasons, and it always cracks me up because I just never look. So, yeah. Anyways, apparently, if you look at the pictures, their feet were dirty. I think Frenchie was one of them. I don't remember who the other one was. That's all I got, guys. Got a ton to talk about. Sorry, that's not a bad thing. There's going to be a lot more twists and turns going on. I think the biggest thing to take from it right now is just it does look like Travis is going to be the first person evicted. We don't have a show tonight. We have a show tomorrow night. So enjoy kind of a semi-relaxing day. It should be. I really do think that the house guests are kind of taking a deep breath after the nonstop flip-flopping of Frenchie. But I also think that it's, there is stuff going on. There are alliances being discussed. There are people talking and working together. As I said, the fact that Sarah and Kylan are exchanging information on alliances already. I don't know if that speaks well. I don't know. I don't know who I think are playing the better game. I think I did say I tweeted this yesterday. Initially for fun, I think the day of the premiere, maybe, I said my 4 top house guests. Now, what I think I'm going to do, and we'll see how long I stick with this, is once every couple of few days, I'm going to say, here's my top 4 house guests. And I'm going to try to keep it 2 men and 2 women. So my top 2 guys, my top 2 women, who I think is performing the best, who I think is doing well. And so I initially said my top 2 favorite or whoever I thought I was going to do. I said house guests would be Claire and Azah, I think, and then Xavier and Frenchie. This was before the show started. Now, I stop laughing. I'll wait. Are you done yet? Okay. So I did a new one today or yesterday, and I said we're going to go now with Claire and Tiffany and Xavier and who was my second? Oh, Brent. Yeah. Kind of mad at myself for that one, but I have to admit, I think Brent's playing a pretty good, sneaky, snaky kind of game. So he could go really far. And I have to give kudos when someone's doing, decently like that, even though I don't like that kind of a game and I'm not a fan of Brent. So Brent and was my 2 new additions would be Brent and Tiffany. And I'm tossing out Azah and Frenchie. Yeah, Frenchie's just too messy. And Azah, I don't know, man. I've already said it. I'm a bit concerned that she seems a little bit too closed up. I don't know, but we'll have to see what happens there. But as far as Tiffany and Tiffany goes, well, I said Brent's snaky game. I think it's good. I think Xavier's doing okay. I don't think Xavier's outstanding. I just think he has good potential. He hasn't done anything to make me think, oh, that's a mistake. So I'm okay with Xavier. Claire, initially, I was ready to kind of go like, she's not going to do very well, but she's warming up. I think she's doing okay. And I think the fact that she and Tiffany are both working together, and I know Claire has a good grasp of the game. I think she's gonna warm up too fast, and I think Tiffany's got some really good game smarts. I'm worried about Derek X. I want Derek X to do well, but I keep hearing his name coming up as a possible nomination next week. So I don't like that. I'm worried that Derek X has become the easy go-to. Oh, he's already been nominated once, put him up again. That's not, something I'm happy about. So, yeah. Sorry, just passed a car. State police car at a weird spot. think he's doing a speed trap. But I was doing fine. I was behind another car, so squirrel moment. I like where Tiffany's going. I like that she's working with Derek. I was really hopeful. I was like, oh wow, Derek. I could see Derek and Tiffany working together. It could almost be like a Danielle Jason moment, but I'm not sure now because Derek seems to be kind of high on people's radar. But I think it's more of he's an easy nomination, which just sucks. I don't want that to happen to Derek. All right, I am kind of into entering rambling mode, so I'm going to stop. I'm going to sign off and tell you to have a good day. I got another new patron, but I don't have your name. Darn it. Adam, I think? Is that it? I'm going to pause and look it up. 1 second. Yes, I was right. Adam. And also Nona. Nona and Adam. Nona, I don't think I've given you a shout out yet, but I did send you a thank you, and I sent Adam a thank you. Both of you should have gotten messages from me. Thank you for becoming patrons. Nona and Adam are my two latest patrons. I think I'm up to a whopping 16 now. Woohoo! And I'm not making fun of the low number. I appreciate it. I don't expect huge numbers. It was kind of, as I said, it was a side thing started a few years ago. Actually, I think this is year 3. I don't think, is it 3 years? I don't remember. But people suggested that I start this a patron, and so I did. I don't remember what my biggest total number ever was. I may have been at 20 at one point, but I don't care really, other than I do mention it. It's fine. 16, cool. Anyone else interested in becoming a patron, you can go to patreon.com/BBGOSSIP. It's very simple. I literally have levels done, but you don't have to even sign up at any particular level, other than I think you have to pick a minimum of 5, but you can then go into your settings and you can change your maximum contributions to month. You can change it to $1. So if you want to send me $1 a month, cool. This is only it's for as long as you want to be. I will talk about Big Brother. I do this all year long, off and on. But that's one way to do it, or you can leave it at the default, whatever you like. I will not bat an eye at whatever it is, and I will thank you very much, as I just did for Nona and Adam. But that's it. I am going to go to work, and I probably will not be, I did do a YouTube live last night on the way home. I don't know if I'll do one again tonight. Not sure. We'll have to see. It just depends on how my day goes. I've got family in town, and so I will be busy with them tomorrow night, or tonight for sure. We'll have to see if anything major is going on. Actually, it's a good night for me not to be too concerned about Big Brother, because I have a feeling that not a whole lot's going to go on. And watch, I just jinxed myself. But that's it, guys. All right, now I really am out of here. Take care. We'll see you later. Oh, one last thing, stats. I'm at I think I'm averaging about 5 to 6 to overtime 700 listens per CarCast at this point, which is great. I was running maybe 300 to 400 the last couple of years, I think, and we'll see. These numbers will change over time. But right now, at least, there's a high spike of people listening compared to what it has been, and people are always curious what stats are. So roughly about today, I would say 500 to 600 people will listen to this. So thank you all for listening. Appreciate it. Share it with your friends. You can find it on your favorite podcasting, although you're all listening to it. So keep listening to it however you're listening to it right now. But if you want to tell a friend about this guy who just talks in circles for like 10 or 15 minutes. Oh God, we're at 20 minutes right now. And tells us about Big Brother. You can just point to Mike's Big Brother CarCast, and they'll be good to go. And with that, I'm out of here. I'm going to get it done in under the 20-minute time. See you guys. Take care. Bye-bye.